We just got our new Alpha Rex taillights in from CJC Offroad. They're going to be featured in what they call the Alpha Black. It's got the smoked DRL running tubes, but the actual lens itself is clear. I got this spec because eventually we're going to have them taken apart and fully done white like this when it's not horrendously dirty. And so then, once everything is white, our DRL running tubes will have a slight bit of contrast to them. But until then, I'm just going to take and paint the plastic trim around it white, and we'll have a nice smoked inside with a little red reflector being okay, because we have a little bit of red peeking out on the back anyway. And then we can just slap them on and satisfy my immediate need to put them on at this very moment today. And then we'll get to paint matching eventually. I mowed everything down with 400 and then did a second pass with 1000. And now we're going to do the exact combo I hit the headlights with. Our Rust-Oleum professional grade primer, then the white, and then I forgot the can of 2K clear in the house. But I will get that shortly. Pulling the existing lights out of the current hide-inside bed. And I'm hoping that this little compartment they sit in, that we'll show you once we pull it down. And then we will also need to take the reverse bulb this time, because the Alpha Rexes have them built in. This here is the cutout compartment in question. So once we get these on, they might take up too much room back here to also have the box. But we will find out real quick. Unfortunately, as anticipated, that box behind there is running into the hide-inside bed, whereas normally, go ahead and lift her up. Go ahead and lift her up. This whole area back here and up there would be open, so you would have infinite amounts of room for it. We are going to have to pull it off and relocate it somehow. This here is the solution for the box. It was mounted right there. It is now double-sided sticky taped right there. We can't go down any farther because the bed starts to stick up in here. And then this whole space right here is also occupied by the bed. So, hopefully that works.
That does sound pretty good. Devin wants a good video.
All right, now I'm here to do it again. Nice. So after many hours of trimming, we generally have the taillights mounted, but when we do the turn signal function, they flash red twice, then go to amber. So we have finally backtracked, and up under here, that's little brother's handling, we had a resistor like you saw in the previous headlight videos to make it not hyper flash. That guy. Except with the Alpharex units, that should all be handled within their little control box thing. So I think this was just delaying the turn signal amber part. So now that that's gone, we should be able to fire them up and they work perfect. No, I still did it. Red, red, then orange. Yeah, same thing. Try the startup sequence. Yeah, no, so that resistor did absolutely nothing.
Nice.
And then the flashing you see there is just the refresh rate. None of that is actually happening here in person. Revised our Fender trimming situation plan, if you can even call it that anymore. Originally, we were going to make a plate, or they kind of do already exist a little bit, and we were going to finish the fender in here. But I managed on the other side to scuff the wheel or the tire right here. So we need more. This side isn't 100%, but I did want to go ahead and show you it before we started cutting the other one. So if you see, we did it follow straight over in the line down as I was saying. That whole middle ridge is gone. And then probably about that much of this back section here is now gone. So that does get rid of our lower mount for this. But we're just going to take a little tab, maybe from the back side here in this already existing hole, and just run it straight over and attach it right there. So it's still nice and sturdy, but it's completely and totally out of the way. Latest round of powder coat from B&M is done and picked up. We have our 8x180 to 8x6.5 adapters for our wides, which are also powder coated, but you have to wait till next video to see that. And then we did the Uno reverse card on our VPE hood stack. That was red, this was white, now it is obviously the opposite. And then the infamous stolen turbo. 7 months delayed, but we finally have our stainless diesel billet 5 blade 363, 68.80, gated housing, nice and red and ready to go again. Why we blew it up the first time, don't exactly know. But our motor is in perfect health and has been for the entire 7 months that we've been without our turbo. So, nothing on that end should be damaging it this time. Now we should get thrown back on there and start enjoying our favorite turbo noises once again. Multiple hours of rather unfortunate wastegate and oil drain line fitment issues that were just fine before and then wanted to be troublesome this time later. And the stainless 5-blade 363 68.80 is back on the truck and ready for action. Alright, we're about to get our first freeway entrance on our beloved 5-blade 363. As you can hear, the second my foot touches that pedal, game on. And we gotta shut her down for traffic.
Awesome.
Love it.
Old I-25 in Colorado.
But we get a retaining wall though. perfect lighting for our new Alpha Rex taillights that you can get exclusively at CJC Offroad for any 94 to 02 Dodge Ram, 1500 through 3500. And as far as the turbo goes, that's all the action you get, because we're still waiting on our new go-round valve body so that I don't have to let off for the 2-3 shift in order to not break anything. So hopefully real time, that's another week and a half max, and it's actually in the truck and working, but I'll have to check in on that. But I'll check in on that while you hit the like button and the subscribe button. So then I will see you in the next video.